You're right. You're right, Emerald. Here we go again. I will say, why is the embed so inconsistent? I was talking about this last stream, and now the Twitch thing is back to the displaying the title. Like, it doesn't matter when I post it. When I post the link, I guess it does. I don't know. I don't. Gosh, I need to figure out what is the optimal time to post a stream link. Honestly, I really don't. Honestly, sorry. It's been bugging me for like the past 3 days why the embed is inconsistent. But you know, we move on. I need to make sure that everything is we're firing all cylinders. Twitch is working, YouTube is working, bitrate working properly? Yeah, it is. Okay. Hey, if you remember from last time, yeah, fortunately, yeah, I got her to crash the game last time. Don't worry about it. Completely normal behavior. Yeah. I don't expect people to, I don't know, been anticipating a stream all throughout today. Oh, right, I did tell you I was gonna do this today. Right. I did tell you. I need to switch accounts. I don't Let's see. I need to make sure I don't miss the. I'm doing this full screen just because this game doesn't have proper resolution settings, so we're doing this full screen. So I have to pull up my phone again to read chat. So if I miss something on Twitch, blame Streamlabs. That's the way I see it. Anyway, if you remember from last time, we actually ended off on a pretty good note. We're like one route away from getting to an end, I guess. Because yeah, we literally just grabbed the prisoner who got decapitated earlier. Don't worry about it. She's kind of fine. She's coming back to. I guess you can call it coming back home. I don't know. I found this game very weird. HR, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it is a very weird game, but I don't know. I tend to appreciate the more wacky games anyway, so it works out. Well, that Amy said he'd like to be in about a week. 6 days is close enough, so yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think if I really enjoy the game, I'll do it in I just do stuff in like a week. So this is a game I just really enjoyed. Maybe doing the voices, hopefully. And also, please, for the love of God, let me know if my mic is cutting out so I can fix it. It was an issue that I noticed last time I was doing this. And well, not noticed. I noticed it after the fact because I got a comment on it after the last stream. So, whoops. I really hope that I don't have to deal with that, but please let me know if the mic cuts out because that's honestly a really bad thing to happen. And I'll feel really bad if I let it happen like for an extended period of time again, you know? Hopefully I've readjusted my mic position this time around to hopefully alleviate that issue. Yes, I know I'm yapping, and yes, when I would have a game it was like this. Great music. Sorry. Should we get going? Let's get going. Alright, I think we're ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Very weird part to be back at. Blair says, I didn't hear your mic cut out. Hi. My mic got cut out last stream. Or not last stream, last Slay the Princess stream, so that's why I'm being more wary of it. I spent this past week trying to make it better. So, yeah. I noticed that. Oh, I'm streaming a Doctor Who game later, by the way. Oh, I'll tune in for that, yeah.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Which Doctor Who game? Is it even a good one? Sorry. Game adaptations don't tend to be of stellar quality. And we're dead. That's crazy. Bring the cage to her. An open heart or a watchful one.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
I'm going insane by War Thunder.
In the basement of that cabin,
how do we torture ourselves?
Is a princess.
I'm gonna let this dialogue playthrough, by the way, because first run of a stream, I kind of want to do a little bit of review. So yeah, I was like, well, honestly, didn't notice the mic install last time. Don't know, but just know it's made by the people who made Simulacra. Well, that might be interesting then. I noticed it when I was watching it back, so I don't know what caused that. So hopefully, I don't know.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, let's see. Let's continue on. I think the only choice starts when we actually make it to
the
cabin.
You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I have a friend who plays it with me, but he acts so kind, which is weird because he's not a War Thunder player, by the way. Huh.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I mean, gourmet dino nugs. Gourmet dino mugs. What did you do to them?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
You consider the dialogues to already be gourmet? Interesting. Anyway, I normally don't let people pick this, but you know what? First one of a stream.
The blade is your implement.
Should we go for the blade, or should we not go for the blade? I might let chat pick, honestly. I think that's the only, like, what is one of the few choices I'll give. For the most part, I'm gonna pick stuff myself, to be clear. But I just want chat to pick if we have the blade or not in this first run. Just this first run. Also, if any of you would play a love story the day after Valentine's, dude, I spent like Valentine's. I don't know. I spent a bunch of that time reading a little romance like story. Like, well, it's a webtoon. It was it was like 40 chapters ish. I binge read it. It took me hours to read. Oh my god. I don't know why. It was one of those. I don't know. It was good enough that I very rarely get this feeling. Like I feel like a hole has been like ripped out of been punched through my heart like after I finished reading something. And it was one of the ones that actually did that, so I considered it like above standard. Anyway, chat. Blade or not? I'm letting you pick for the first one. Because you can take your blade again. You know what? This would have been really funny if we did actually stream this on Valentine's. I vote for Blade. Honestly, I think you're the only one who's like into this, so we're just gonna go for. So I think you're the only one voting. I think we go Blade here. Sure. Let's see how we get. Let's see.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
And we enter the basement. The final route of this first run.
The basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
The fog is coming. Hey, Grubby, welcome to the stream.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I actually need to move my my chat above, a little bit above. It's not gay like femboys because you only like refer to feminine features. He spelled feminine wrong, but a bit much. I don't know, it's delicious. I always, for some reason, I like them. Honestly, it's some reason it's the dino nuggets that always hit different. It's dino, like I don't know what the shape it does. It feels like... I'm gonna pick... Let's give away our elements of surprise.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Also, we don't be chatting much because I play War Fun of a Friend. Don't worry about it. Considering the earlier comment, yeah, maybe.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Are nuggets just popular in this chat? What is happening?
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Oh yeah, it wasn't a joke. Yeah.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
You're just tell me? Yeah, no, it makes sense. I still don't know who the narrator is. I've got to be honest. Like, maybe we'll reveal that, but considering we went through with quote-unquote killing the princess, and the void just... And we were... as a reward, we were given nothing. Like, an empty void is apparently our reward. I don't get it.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
I'm very... Well, this is very reminiscent of our first one through of this. In area kind of reminds me of DM. I said that last stream, actually. The last Slater Princess stream, actually. You're right. Oh, it's going to be very much more D&D later on, if you want to stick around.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Nonsense. It was eternal bliss, according to him. We had the option to be, like, very happy about what we were doing, which is pretty funny.
Oh?
Alright.
No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Alright, see ya, Grubby. I was hoping you'd stick around for the more D&D like bit.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Are you sure she's not armed? Yeah.
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
But we had a
Hesitating.
skedaddle.
Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck. Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess
That's how it's
with
pronounced,
strokes of
carotid?
red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
You just die. We can just lay down and die. Nah. Yeah, we have
With
to.
the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
She hasn't showered in forever. She's in a dungeon. What do you expect?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The Razor. The thing is, this plays out like we were going to
You're
the
on a
adversary.
path
That's
in the
weird.
woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin.
What makes this one different from the
And
adversary?
in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The rain? Do you think the rain like seeps down to the basement? The rainwater? I feel like if they wanted to keep it sealed, they wouldn't let stuff like rainwater into the basement, you know? Let's just explore a little bit. Why not?
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Hey, but cheated. He's back. This time not in Act 3.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
So is that how you normally reach
Yeah,
the cheated
that's exactly
then?
what you
Okay,
told
that's
us last
interesting.
time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't.
The princess is a bad person. I think you should call the cops. Slight problem, buddy. I'm pretty sure we're the cops. Man down. Calling for a backup, I guess. And that is the voice of a cheated. I'm now on my PC. A Terraform Nord more chatting gonna happen. Hello.
But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
I gotta proceed. I don't want to like turn around into the cab
Warning before you go in.
or turn her away.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I'm not sure offhand which route this is. I mean, voice of a cheated is in Act 2, so that could be. I don't know. Maybe that's generally a hint.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Let's proceed into the cabin. Let's see how this goes. You'd think so, but it apparently
The interior of the cabin
isn't.
is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's just mirror, sure.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Displace command block and put in a /kill princess. So put a command block to activate it without redstone indefinitely. Oh dear. That's not the goal here. It's less satisfying that way.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
I care. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Sure.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
You approach a mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate
Oh, that's a really funny reaction to it. You adhere to satisfying death noises? No, it's not really that satisfying. Take the... I could take the blade here, but I don't know. I just think it'd be funny to not take the blade this time. I don't know. Typically, I prefer to playthroughs where I just don't take the blade, so I'm gonna do that.
Are we really doing this without a weapon?
Remember, everybody,
You know she
no wrong
has,
choices.
right?
That's what we learned last time. Oh, just definitely new refraction will. We're coming soon. Great. Oh, good luck with that.
Once again, I'd like to remind
Just
you,
tell the princess
she's
swipe or
unarmed.
no swiping.
But you're right, this would be a lot easier if you had the blade. I hope you know what you're doing.
Yep. I definitely know what I'm doing. Trust me. I got
The door
this.
to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
True.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Oh, that's convincing. Yeah, no, that's definitely convincing. Yeah, I'm coming down, don't worry. Yeah.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Is it just me, or is there's some sort of distortion in her voice? What is this?
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. Exactly. She sounds threatening because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Ooh, wait. Oh my god, that's all. What the? Why is there so many options? Alright, we're gonna. I want some info. Oh, I want some juicy info. Let's go.
What? No! No! I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to.
I'm sorry.
not
Look at her. Look at her
stabbing
face. Look at her
distance
face.
to
It's just.
help me.
She's just looking over. You can see the sweat on her face.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
Why does the basement look different? Yeah, that's normal. Don't worry about it.
She certainly feels threatening.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who has the capacity to quickly arm himself? You do. So stop second-guessing yourself, go upstairs, take the blade, and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Why does the basement look different? Oh wait, no, you already read my one. Don't worry about it. Needs to go to an asylum. I mean, I don't know what else to call this.
Last time, if somebody came into my house and tried to kill me and I cut his neck open and then he stabbed me in the heart and we both died looking in each other's eyes, well, surely I would remember that.
Why is she such a bad liar?
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Last time? What are you talking about? Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
Oh, this is great. So it's a. Oh. Yeah. Oh, we can press her on this. Let's press her.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again? I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
But it is funny. Let's see. I don't have a weapon. Isn't that a sign of goodwill?
Yes! Yes, of course! Haven't you seen that I've only been nice to you since you got here?
Has she? Her words have been fine, but her general attitude's been weird and extremely suspicious. And I think that's what really counts. This shouldn't even be a question. She absolutely has not been nice to you.
She's trying. Alright. Kidding. No. I thought she was... I don't know. Oh, I can just leave. I can just leave her behind. I can retrieve a knife. I can... Ooh, okay. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. I would like to trust you being so suspicious right now. Let's press her on it.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh?
That's normal human behavior. We do not care. She forgot to take her meds.
Silly little birdface thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. He doesn't even have a knife for stabbing. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
This is just a normal human thing. I don't know why...
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her?
Now I want to ask more questions.
We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
You're not standing in front of a stabby princess. So yes. You not agree with my first opinion about, like, I just don't want you to mention it.
You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way.
Cast fireball. Oh dear.
No. I have my dignity. Fine. And will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Let's see. Let's see. Can we just talk things through?
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
God, this incarnation is whiny.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
What if we're both honest? What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you slashed my throat last time. Why not?
That doesn't sound like me. Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored?
What?
That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's...
Oh!
In a sudden
Oh my God!
movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limping
Oh!
empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all. How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance. At least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion.
What do you mean confusion?
And then she slices through her arm.
Chad, I think we're dead.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. That won't stop us from trying. Run, 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 run! You sprint for the stairs, but I wasn't exaggerating when I said she was running at you with a terrifying speed you couldn't hope to outpace. We don't make it, do we? No. You feel her blade in your back before you make it to the first stair.
I'm going to kill you now.
So I'm sorry. What is that delivery? I'm going to kill you now. Oh, really? She's so nonchalant about it. Oh, God.
With a squelch, she does just that.
I'm going to kill you now. Sorry. It's just...
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3. No way out.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mass of
okay.
sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
Okay, hey guys, welcome to the cabin.
I feel dizzy.
We just teleported here. We just had power of teleportation.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? Who cares about cards?
Oh my
Your
God, it's
action is
contrarian.
about winning and losing, while this is actually about having fun.
We're having fun here, right, chat? Having a lot of fun.
Is this fun for you?
Oh my
It's
God,
not
there's
fun
another
for
voice.
me. I don't like being sliced to pieces.
Wait, so how many voices are there? Hero, cheated, contrarian, and broken? There were 3 voices last chapter 3. Last act 3. What? Are you dying, I think? No. Dying is part of a process, alright?
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Yeah.
That can't be right, that's too much responsibility.
I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
Let's just stay focused, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah, if we could stay focused. You're just waiting for your wager to bring you down, Nuggets. Come on. I need some water, actually. I didn't drink. I didn't actually talk about much of the stream, but I just need a drink. It's already been half an hour? What happened? I just looked at the clock. What the... Dang, I'm a dino nugget water. That's crazy.
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it.
Oh, we're forced to take it now.
Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. And then, we throw it out the window.
Wait, he's so based.
What? That blade is the only edge we have. We are not.
Too late, because we already did it, didn't we?
Unfortunately for the rest of you, and for me, and for the sake of the world, yes.
I'm really passing by so fast. But Contrarian is so... He is so base. I know... I'm starting to understand why the person liked Contrarian. Wow. You have Dino Nugget Blade now? We just get... Ah, yes, our fast food implements. What do we also have? French fried darts. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum 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 ba bum. That was off key.
That is horribly unfair. He shouldn't be allowed to just do things
Okay,
like
so that's the
that.
person who teleported.
You were the one who made us pick it up. See? You're not the only one who can figure out how to do things. What's done is done. I suggest you make the best of it.
You're all so mad at each other. I'm just going to sit here quietly in the corner. You can be the ones to figure out
Be
what
intimidated, broken. I feel bad.
So? Are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
Let's head
I'd
to
love
the
to get
basement.
started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
It's a secret Minecraft-based story. Yeah, just walk through the painting, guys.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
It looks like
And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
giant claw.
I
Giant.
can't say I was particularly invested in looking at it before, but now I really want to see what's in it. If it's so keen on hiding from us, whatever it has must be real good. Guess it's time for us to see her again.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Unintentional, really.
As your body tumbles onto the basement landing, the form of the princess comes into view, wryly smiling at you from a distance.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Oh.
And you still don't have a weapon. That's funny! That's a joke! I'm going to kill you now.
Hey, you still... Killing me isn't that entertaining, right?
Yes, that was extremely silly of whoever did that. Probably a bad idea.
True.
That was you.
No, it wasn't.
No, I'm just trying to add some levity to this. Well, since all of this was your idea, how about you figure out how to get us out of it? Oh, guys like us don't get to make any decisions. You should know that.
You threw a knife out a window.
I decided to pick up that blade, and you decided to throw it out the window.
I feel like everything I say is just going to be, like, followed up with whatever they're going to say, so we're very much on the same train of thought here.
This is why we've already lost. Can't even stop bickering with ourselves. How are we supposed to beat her without a weapon?
It's like 4 voices, right? Just split into 4 bodies.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Oh great, now we died twice as fast.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Alright, I'm out of ideas. What we doing?
For a bit, there's no reason we can't talk this out. I'm not gonna, like, dodge, right? Oh, Cece, what about Cece? I'm gonna try flirting with her. She has swords, for arms, we don't, we're panicking. We're going to let her stab us, and we're gonna have a sip upper lip about it. Can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. All these ideas suck. Figure me something better! Yeah, these all suck.
Yeah, that's right, we just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
Yep. Ask her if she takes bribes. Yeah.
But you don't have time to finish your thought before she closes the distance. And then she skewers you. Ow.
What a surprise.
Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us.
Are we just collecting the voice like Infinity Stones?
Oh, a new one of us.
Hello. Got to turn a kebab.
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
Nah, we'd know if we died.
Right?
Yeah.
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Where are we going?
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? I don't actually know how to answer that question.
I think the narrator's not okay. He's stressing out.
I think he means how many times have we died. Yes, that. Oh, I've lost count, to be honest.
I haven't. It's 4.
It's 4? Wait, no. No.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
I just stood there last time.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Wait, he might be cooking. Wait, don't worry, guys. We'll have a full-fledged democracy nation by the end of this.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan now.
Finding her, field authority. We're gonna let her stab us. We tried that already. Flirt. Yeah, definitely. It's a love story. It doesn't work, and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
Welcome to the kind of longest route in the game. This is the first one of a stream. How did I manage that? Never need spicy meatballs. Nation will vote using meatballs. Can I say Riz? No. No, you cannot say Riz.
She skewers you.
You're cute.
Oh, thank you.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you. More noise isn't helping, it's just making it harder to focus.
Is it kinda because you can see he's skipping over a lot of details? Yeah, that makes sense.
Just keep dodging, just keep dodging, just keep dodging.
The Hunted, that's a new one.
She skewers you.
Oh, whoops.
What's the point of avoiding me if you're not going to fight?
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Because I don't know what to say when you're flirting and fail. You're a terrible wingman.
We don't even have a weapon. Yeah, some clod threw it out the window. Again, that was you. No, I was just the clod who suggested it. And if I knew we'd be stuck here forever, I wouldn't have done that.
I feel like you still would.
Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We lasted a little longer.
Never back down, never what? We never give up. True.
Barely. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Did each option correlate to a different voice? That makes sense.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. Fine. One last time. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you.
Yep.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
The Empty Cup. We've reached chapter 4.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. No steel claw, though. Was tossing it the only thing we've done that was permanent? That's a sick joke, universe. A sick, sick joke. If it's gone for good, then maybe we never actually needed it. That's what I've been telling you all. We can do this without it. We're tougher than steel.
Why don't we have Totem of Dying? We did actually. What do you think the voices came from?
Yeah, mind over matter. Who needs violence when you have love? Who needs love when you've mastered yourself?
You use Zenyatta? He kinda looks like a possum. I don't actually see that. He's got a sharp bit, people. Come on. I mean, there's so many spikes around. Just be resourceful.
Who needs anything when we don't matter?
Voices came from Insanity. I doubt it.
Well, boys, are we ready? There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah. Leave it to the pros.
The pros who have died so many times. Sure, yeah.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Good. Get away. Screw off, narrator.
Don't care. Just want to see how this ends. Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
Hello.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Oh, sure.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
No.
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
I feel bad for the narrator, realistically. He's kind of strung along this time around.
Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Creeper.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
Arch bunks. I don't remember what the sequence is, but hey, could you do that?
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
She looks like a tree. It's like a Christmas tree. Like we just put a little star on her head.
Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. I'd say we bow down to her right now if that had ever even slightly worked for us.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
God, it's hard to hear things. Let's just,
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Wait, what? Him too?
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Wait, so the voices... Wait, so the voices... Wait, so okay. So the narrator is the baseline then, right? The baseline for everything. So, if the narrator's gone, the whole realm disappeared. But the voices are like filters. How does that work? Oh, that's interesting. Earplugs. I don't think earplugs... I think the earplugs are gonna keep the voices in. That's a problem. Anyway. So... they're just... They're like filters? What? Okay, sure. I'll roll with it. You do not act as the princess approaches, instead of allowing her to crash against your form. And yet, there is seemingly nothing for her to crash against. Again and again, she swings at you. There never really was you to swing at.
This worked before. I was able to make you dead before.
She swings again, and this time she hits something. Or something hits her. She looks down in confused terror as her arm bends and folds upon itself.
Did you do that? It's funny if you did. You're nothing. You've done nothing to me, and I've done so much to you, and... that's who we are. But it's like you're nothing now. You can't be nothing. If you're nothing, then what am I? Am I nothing too? No, I'm the one who hurts you.
She hurls herself at you, but as she does, her metal body bends outward, the very contact with what you are repelling her to the point of destruction. Be formless, shapeless. Allow a sharp foe to vanquish herself. The din of shrieking metal subsides, and something small and delicate falls onto your hand. It's a heart. It beats gently, calmly, in your palm. And it just takes it. Alright. 360 no scope. That wasn't I don't know, it was more of a suicide if anything. Not enough words spoken. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure. Faint and veiled in the shadow. Just beyond a reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This is mind games. This is why I love this game. A crack slides down to the center of a mirror, putting the image in the glass into... And then another crack forms. And another. And another. Turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. And then another crack forms. And another. And another. Okay, I already read that part. Don't worry about it. I guess it's just a... Ooh, so you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Breaking a mirror gives bad luck. I've noticed that. This might be a bad ending. Oh, okay. What are you? Are you something like me? Actually, I have so many questions for you. I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. We'll hope if you look away, stop asking questions. Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you part of me, or are you something else? I've met you many times. Have you been the same? There's so many options, but I've got a limited amount of time to ask them. That sucks. There's so much I want to ask. I can destroy the mirror as well. Limited shards, limited questions. Yeah. Oh, what do I want to pick then? Oh. What are you then?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Oh, ooh, others like you. Sounds something like... Let's see. I'm gonna have to continue that online, I feel like. I don't know what else I can do. What is this place where? What is the very sense you make it or two? Yeah. I wasn't supposed to see this. I probably wasn't supposed to see this. I think I could infer that. You said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course.
Did you
That
even
is
see
by both
the
necessity and
moving?
design.
Oh my goodness.
This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
So you do know about the looping. So many times I've met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant.
And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really?
Except for me, I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Alright. Let's see what else you can do. What can we do? What can we do? What is my true identity? As I know we can continue down this path, it's just... Or continue down the path of up here. If anything to save yourself for all this hubris.
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what
I do to them.
I want you to remember that.
What other people? Okay, that tree's ended, I think. What is my true identity?
You're the non-quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
To rid the world of death? What does that mean? Is there anything along those lines? No, it's a world of death. They want to remove death entirely. Okay. Pretty sure death is good, actually. Fortune, even. Well, we want to rid the world of death, actually. That's a good question.
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
It's slowly... How am I supposed to rid the world of death?
By slaying the princess. Once she's gone, everyone will get to exist exactly as they are. No more fear, no more howling chaos, just life. Forever.
That's why he thought the nothingness was a reward. He wants things to stay static. Doesn't he? Things stay static, he considers that bliss. That's why it was a reward. For slaying the princess. Huh. Okay. At least that's what the fragment of him says. Alright, we got like 3 questions left. I'm pretty sure this is this is probably the last fragment that will go. God, I always knew I was special. I'm tempted to, but I want to see whatever. What is a princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
I'll be honest, I've never picked up on that. Nice observation. That makes sense. I don't know. Part of that hinge on remembering the last stream, but you know.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
Interesting.
Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
Nah, I just hated your guts. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Why are you suddenly being so open?
Her nature is to become what others perceive her to be. If you actually knew what she was, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world.
The capacity to change would probably... Maybe a subconscious thing, so that would probably explain everything shifting when we did something in an ending. Okay. He looks like a raven? No, I thought that too. What do ravens represent in this whole thing? One more. Run out of questions. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
I don't. I really don't. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to cabin. One last time. Piercing heart of beating free. Bring the razor's heart to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh, welcome to the end. Let's do this. Oh. Oh my goodness.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
I should have put a more true content warning of this stream. I forgot to do that. Whoopsies. Anyway. Oh, that's interesting. Look at all the bodies stacked up on the... I guess these are all, like, different incarnations of the princess, I guess. Or what's meant to be the princess. And she's got 3 heads. Why does she have 3 heads? I guess change? Past, present, future? I don't know. Very much guessing.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Let's see. I miss you too. It's been a week, so, yeah. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
I'm gonna leave too much here for me. Alright, see you, Charles. Thanks for stopping by. Honestly, the first time through, I thought 3 heads was because of what route I did first. And the thought did cross my head. Actually, there's 5 heads. Actually, no, this is like an outline of another head. I think the entire, like, her head is just like, no, if you like walk around, you just see heads just stacked on each other. I don't know. It's like I have an image in my head, but I don't know how to describe it. Well, you know the thing where like where it's like you have like a normal human body, but you have like just heads just all around 360 faces, I guess more accurately, all around 360. It's kind of like that. I don't know how to describe it though. Genuinely, this is kind of weird. This is on the wrong website. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Is that dialogue based on what I did?
When the echo spun us from 1 into 2, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories left to finish. Do we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
If it was, I guess I was a reactive player throughout every playthrough. I guess so. Interesting. Oh, if it does... Okay, so the text does change. That's interesting. Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it.
I really don't understand. That's why I'm asking. But, you know.
Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Okay.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are
Oh.
body, you are gory ribbons. You are body again, and you feel all of it. On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, then alive and dead, all at once. You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you humbled me.
Oh.
You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
Projector 40, argue your independence, reject your perspective. I won't engage with violence. You act as though the world that existed without you. You've done nothing but lecture me to system and I got here. Life and death and change stagnation, but that wasn't what any of us has been about. Kind of have. In the way I see it, it kind of has. I didn't humble you, you humbled yourself. Just as you broke yourself upon me then, so will you break yourself upon me now. Oh, that's interesting. What do I say here? Stretch out PG-13 was the Discord. Shh. You pick like your character. I don't know what that means. You're alright, man? I don't know what. No wrong choices, I guess. Let's see. What speaks? Won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear.
Not everything, though.
Fear is a chain around
Oh!
the neck.
We're walking backwards, okay.
It was fear that made our prison. And it was fear that told the lie that our spirits were not free to choose.
Yeah.
But even bound, you saw a light, and you gave me the wisdom to speak my heart and shed my doubts. Without fear, suffering ceases to be. Without fear, death dissolves. Without fear, we are free to choose beauty. This construct is a machine of fear. It has no place in our divine hearts. Shatter it. Leave with me.
Explorer, address this first statement directly. Good as shared humanity. Sort of like. Oh. Have to fight early and surrender. Okay, so we can actually end here, but we can continue. Let's see. We can explore for a little bit. Let's see. Thing. Okay, so I think this might give us a hint. Neither of us would have been free without the other.
Just as neither of us can be free without the other now. Fear pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status.
The nightmare.
To fear rejection protects from being known.
I need to rewatch these VODs at some point to get the full story and reaction. Hope the stream is doing well. Hey, thanks, Andrew. Welcome to the stream.
But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you?
Ah.
You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown. And through that, You feared nothing.
I don't know what. I know we've gone for the mantra of no wrong answers the entire time. It's just I don't know if I can. I don't know. What do I have? I mean, I could just click stuff, see what happens. It's just. It doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, oblivion shouldn't fall on others. We are responsible for people to transcend death. We are responsible for those it holds captive. Let me see what happens if we keep rejecting her. See what happens. I'm curious. Just click stuff. All these responses long way. No human talks like this. I get it, though, so it's game so it's suitable.
Their suffering is born of their own delusion.
That doesn't. Oh, okay.
Your little red takes a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
My thoughts alone were enough to reduce you into nothing. That's actually kind of true, actually.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost.
Kind
but
of
I am
true,
right
I
in
think.
front of you.
I mean, to be fair, we also established we aren't human. No, that's fair, yeah. And they'll views effects. Yeah. They're going all out here, and I enjoy it a lot. That's so, didn't realize.
The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color.
The adversary.
We feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
Can't let a world be spun out by pain.
The echoes saw horrors as his eyes were closed.
I wonder what happens if we were to fully commit to that. There was some. There's.
That cold fire has left your eyes. Are you finally willing to listen?
I think we did lose a fight, though. I think I should have committed to something. It's just. I was curious. Princess doesn't look very dead. What did you do? No idea. As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. Your respite is welcome. Kind of like the Doom box art. It's very, I don't know, it reminds me more biblical. You had one job.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
I mean, what's the point?
There is no constant. There is no center.
Like, I didn't agree. The narrator's thing, I very clearly did not agree with him. I don't think he wanted things to stay same, to be static. That was the whole point of this. I don't agree with that.
Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
You can slay the princess. I have to fight for a better world. Your cruelty itself, and I can't let you exist. I don't know what the answer is. There has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't set you free. Everything you can make me understand fair, but you keep dismissing mine. If you can change me, then I must be able to change you. I think what do you think happens if we leave here, then?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
don't know what the answer is, but it has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you set free. She looks pretty evil right now. I mean, I don't think she's inherently evil. That's the thing. Just change. She wants change.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it.
Oh, wait, why is he here? Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you?
I thought voices weren't loud here.
Apparently that's not true, but we can worry about it later. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence.
Yeah.
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Wash your mouth out of soap. Come on. That's not. I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Okay. Sorry. Concept art, apparently. Hello. Cabin.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
It is.
Do you need me to describe things?
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Yeah, that's a trope for a reason, probably. It came to realist YouTube animation. Actually, you're not wrong. It did definitely remind me of that. It was some just mainly concept. It's a flash through all the baselines and concept art. If the offer still stands, can you describe your cabin to me? For time's sake?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows.
Oh, nice.
There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
Not my fault. He did that on his own.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
It's just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Great. Beautiful. I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone. After everything he put us in, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
He has. I guess we take the blade. I'll listen to him.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
But it's not as funny. I guess we go.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
He was mean to us, probably because we took the knife or something.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Yeah. Let's go.
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me?
I remember. We did all this stuff that led to her killing us, submitting, and her killing us. And then I walked away and didn't actually get that ending. For the Act 2, didn't actually bring her to her. I remember.
You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Sure. Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out?
Living to chat. I need that at this point.
What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Yeah, but do we have it in a loop?
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
That doesn't feel right, though. We're just gonna be in an endless cycle of pain and suffering. Would it do anything? Setting it do anything to help them? The people out there. If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
We're gonna find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
That's just running away from the problem, isn't it? You know? God. I don't want to forget you. That's the thing.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care. But it seems important to you.
Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
My Wi-Fi died. Where's that? Welcome in now. Hello. How do your Wi-Fi die? How do you know the things won't end worse? What if I make my way back here and I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you.
That's
And if you're
shocking.
hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
We'd have to decide to do this every single time. Forever. Eventually something is going to be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Let's see. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
That's fair. Let's agree to the plan. We got more stuff we want to do anyway.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side.
Let's do it.
She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Why be a king when you can be a god? Come on. Just do it, man. I can't.
Hey, I love you.
Back to square one. I got like 4 different endings total. Yeah.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I feel like I screwed it up pretty bad. But I feel like we'll be back there. I think that we'll be back there. So, what do we want to do this time? If we're back, yeah, every single choice is back, isn't it? Let's see if we can. There's stuff that we haven't done yet that we should be doing before we need. So I guess it's like 5 endings per time we reach the epilogue then. So, what do we want to do? So I think what we do is, Okay, I think let's go back. Let's get to the contrarian. the country. I don't remember what exactly the ending was, what that act was called, but yeah. Speak of contrarian this time. Oh. Going a path in the woods, and yet a path is a cabin. I guess that is the end, huh? Just stuck in an infinite loop. A lot of people worked. I feel like I played the ending of that really poorly. I don't know. I think I was taken by surprise. A massive amount. I don't know. I could have played that better if I knew what. Now that I know, I guess I can. But like, we gotta get back there first, don't we? I mean, it can't be that bad, right? We got more endings to look through, more ways to suffer, I guess. Kind of work. Just from like this first playthrough, I do really like what's been done here. The amount of choices that were given, the amount of ways it could end, the punishments for idling around because I thought it'd be funny to keep asking things, and I'm genuinely curious about this world. Who knows? If we do this again, maybe we'll get some more answers. There's some questions I didn't get to ask our narrator, so yeah. Why not? Markiplier. Our song. Finish the game. Good ending doesn't count. Have you finished the full story for the first time? You've also unlocked the gallery. You can access from the main in-game values on the Memories tab. This full of clues will help you find undiscovered vessels interactions. Happy hunting. We can oh, wait, the memories. The amount of oh my god, we have a lot of vessels. We have a lot of so we have we can oh damn, both of you to an incomplete existence. Okay. You have to make it all the way back here too. Okay. How long we've got and then we've got what we have so many options. There you go. I went as far as finding every vessel, not as far as finding every variation of vessel. That's what you meant. Oh. The thing is, we didn't actually do anything for, like, let's say the tower, right? We didn't actually do anything for that, so we do have to go back and do that. And then there's also, what was it? The damsel, the cage, a stranger. We didn't do anything for the stranger either. We have to go back and do stuff for that. Fall to a pharaoh captive, betray her before she can betray you. Or slay her without a moment's hesitation. What do we want to do first, then? We have the end of everything. We got... The end is never the end. Is never the end. Interesting. Also, that'll be a lot of the bottom rows usually chapter 3s. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. So, are we floating a psycho demon and not an old person? I don't know. I think it's so. What do we want to do then? Oh God, we're gonna have to. Yeah. I think first things first, we're gonna go through the endings that we actually like completely skipped over. We can fill up. So what do we do first then? Okay, continue. Oh, right. Yeah. No, that would do it. All right. what do we want to do first, Ben? Do we want to do the tower, or do we want to do the,
You're on a path in the woods,
what do we want to do first?
and at the
Tower or stranger? Huh. Let's do the stranger first, honestly. I'm very interested. For some reason, stranger just interests me the most.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
No, not really. I don't think I don't. Yeah, let's not go.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I doubt it.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Not at the same time, right? Like, not at the same time. Look, you're not emotionally blackmailing to do
Stakes
this.
and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
Thing is lagging so much, I'm gonna have to leave stream. Alright. Thanks for stopping by, man.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm gonna keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice.
Keep
Let me
looking
tell
around?
you right
Yeah.
now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Oh no.
Wait, what's going on?
We're back here.
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
It's representative of every choice that you make.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
You're giving me the old Undertale lecture? The Undertale? I haven't heard that. I don't know. Connor, if you have any insight on that, be my guess, but what is the Undertale lecture? Anyway, let's not throw this chance away, shall we? This figure of speech?
And
I just don't know what that is.
Is a cabin.
I don't know what that figure of speech is.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
It seems that you're complaining about your choice. You know what? That makes sense. Something I invented just now. That's not necessarily an Undertale thing, right? I'm pretty sure it's happened before. I don't know. Henry Stickmin comes to mind for some reason. I saw the context. What? Oh yeah. No, I'm trying to figure out what the Undertale lecture is, but you know, I think I figured it out.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Those ones were here last time. We have to go to the cabin. I feel like we have to. I felt bad. I felt bad for completely missing it last time because of that one person in chat. Yeah, let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Who is this person?
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Yeah. Let's go into the cabin.
The cabin interior
Um.
is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
The parallax here is doing an extremely good job of that. Oh no, what do we do?
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I don't need that blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Welcome to the route I did first. That makes sense.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Enough times.
You can't just say that. And when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
I partially blame the Stanley Parable bias that choice. I did catch, like, I'm pretty sure if it was a Stanley Parable reference in the hints. Also check the description. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
But what if we don't? What if we just... I don't know, bring back the voices are broken. Let's do it.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Yeah.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Okay, I'm fine.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Not that important. Can't be that important. Let's just enter the basement, sure.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
I guess if the princess implemented change, what caused her to do this? What? MC Escher painting moment?
Nothing here seems to belong.
It is,
And the
kinda.
closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Implemented change.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, a kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Yeah. Okay. So does that mean she like lacks an identity because we didn't interact with her? She has no memories of us. She doesn't know what to expect. So she kind of becomes like this weird, interesting. Walking up the stairs, walking down the stairs, walking up the crazy stairs. I don't know what it's a reference to, but I'm...
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
What?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby.
Oh, come on.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
And is that a bad thing?
We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one
It's a
thing
Family
for sure.
Guy thing? Not much Family Guy.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
True. Take the harsh stairs to the left, take the center staircase, or take the soft stairs to the right. Let's take the soft stairs.
You step
Beautiful,
to the
nice.
right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way.
Why is his capitalized? Are they gods? I think at this point of the story, it's kind of unexplained. It's a disembodied voice. Remember, we're starting from a completely fresh save, so at this point, probably yeah. Picked the one set of stairs I never picked, huh? I picked it because because I don't know. I wanted to walk down pillow. You ever taken the pillows in your house and place them on a staircase and it just felt like you're, I don't know. Just wanted to walk down the pillows? Yeah, no, it's that. I actually have no idea if that's relatable or not.
But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence.
Oh boy, what did I do?
It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought.
Move a concept art
You
again.
slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
What just happened? We just got sent to Dreamland and then just went to... I thought we were just gonna straight up suffocate in there. Okay, cool. Hi. Well, hello there.
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
Is that supposed to be strands of hair? Wouldn't doubt it, actually.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
I mean, we're here. It doesn't change anything.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Okay, slight problem. You know how we're supposed to kill her, right? We left the knight at the top of the stairs, right? Where at the top of the stairs? Yeah, no luck in that, huh?
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't. I got pulled apart. You know what happened to me?
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
Yeah, of course.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Does she have her own voices? Like,
We can do that?
yeah, apparently. Interesting.
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
We put her back, yeah.
Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew.
True.
Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Alright, then.
Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
You know what? This guy's really cool. Try and free here. We can. Why have these highlighted together? Wait. Why have these highlighted together? Wait. We can explore more, but what? You know what? Click it. Yeah, I'll click it.
That's not right. Go on. Take a step forward.
Oh.
That it lands different. You
Oh.
experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
She's smiling this one. Look, he's a little. I think she's happy or like something. I don't know. He's annoyed in this one. She's a. What is happening over here? It's like, I think it's a similar expression to this one. It's just this one just looks more sad. I feel bad.
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
Wait, you just. Oh, this is when you dip, huh?
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
Wait, what is that he's holding? Is that the key or something? Why is she smiling so heavily? This one, she's just event. What is this?
But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Yeah.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Wasn't this your idea?
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Falls apart?
I think he's gone.
We did it, guys.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
We tried.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around.
Oh God. Oh my.
It's all so uncomfortable.
Oh, it's just melding different, like, melded together. It's like, I don't know how to describe it.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think
We did this.
Whoops. So, see why I thought the end was impacted by this being my first route? Ah. You know what? That makes sense.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Oh, really?
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
We're playing a visual novel. If our actions didn't have consequences, it would be a shit game, huh?
Please.
You just destroyed everything. I'm not gonna fix you. You did nothing, and she said to morph into a gelatinous blob. I'll give it a shot, honestly. Or not. When everything is possible, nothing is. The illusion of choice. Okay, huh. I guess, we just doomed her like that. Okay. We don't know if she had a chance to hear a reply. She's gone. Replaced with something else.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
That was a really short one, I feel like. Let's just approach the mirror. I don't even want to talk to these nerds.
Don't do this.
Nah. Ignore him. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
The voices feel small, distant, as you approach. You gaze into a reflection. Silence as you reach forward. You're gone. The mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. I'm gonna have fun voicing that again. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Let's proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. You approach.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
So are we just like so if we're at a long quiet, right? Are we just like checking in on her? Like, I don't know, memory's cleared. I get it, but like, do you know the narrator, by the way?
You are the only thing.
Oh, right, we already
I've
asked
ever
that, didn't we?
known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Do we know each other, by the way?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
How does now?
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception.
What are you?
She
I think
can
we
make
already
you
did.
forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
The existence of... What are you? I think we already did get that answer. It's just, you know, second playthrough. I don't think we need to really dwell on that. I kind of want to see what other stuff there is.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Ah. Whatever. I mean,
You ask of things.
let's, you're being semantic. What am I gonna do is I help you.
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling.
I'm trying to remember
and illuminated.
what I selected and what I didn't back when I did this section for the first time, so... I'm not coming up with anything, honestly. I honestly, I just forget what I've already done with this.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Yep, and we're dead. I always like jump at that. It's just like, for some reason she feels so sudden. Bring the stranger to her. What have we got left?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
Yeah. Okay, let's get back to the... So what are we doing next? I believe we need to do... Hold on. Can I pause for a bit? And then we can do memories here. So, what have we not done? I think the tower. Down forces the hand of fealty. We need to do anything related to the tower, by the way. Okay. Outforces the hand of fealty. Yeah, so we need to get to the cabin, so yeah, let's let's try to get there, shall we? And
She will lie.
We're not going to go through with it.
Ignore.
for cabin. So did we do that again?
The interior of the cabin.
We take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world.
We enter the basement. I think this time around we like
The door to the basement.
we're hey, I think I'm here to kill you. I think we just do that.
Oh, are you now?
Yeah.
Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
I haven't decided yet. I think that's it, right? Right, I forget how to do the tower, to be honest. Of course the hint is gone since you've been there. Yeah.
How about you drop the knife?
Look, Harry. Don't you dare. It's fine.
The
We can decide.
what did we do last time? Do we tighten our grip or yeah, no, that's a problem with doing the whole leaving thing first, is that the hint's gone. It'd be nice if game honestly this miffs me about the most games that have a hint system. They just overwrite the hint once you get there. It's like, what if I screw up really badly and just couldn't, do anything with that, right? I don't think the games really consider that, and they always just remove the hints. And I guess it just doesn't let me back there for some reason. I don't get it. I think do I just drop it here, or do I tighten my grip? I could technically save here, actually. Let's just save here. Why not? You save here, tighten a grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon
She's
you
taunting
have,
me.
you'll
I
have
could
to
look
get
it up if it
close
helps.
enough to use
I
it.
prefer not this time. I know I normally say, like, yeah, you could look it up, but this time around, no.
So,
Trial and error.
You
That-
should
no
just
wrong choices.
drop it.
I'm very
Best not to
much on the
risk
train of that.
finding out what I can do.
Smash.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be
Slight
too
problem
late.
with that, man.
End this.
What if she isn't bluffing
Go
what she
into
tells
this
us?
expecting to die. You're going to
Okie
die.
dokie, good luck. I mean, that's why we have save
Hesitating?
states, right?
Why don't you drop the knife?
If
for
we-
the two of
if
us
we're
to
looking
be
to get
civilized
everything,
with
then-
each other?
Why not? I'm not dropping a blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Fine then. So we can just squint at her. I know, I think we did find a way out of the past last time, but...
You
Just squint.
stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back.
The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, of course, that's a plan. Squint at Princess even
Squint
harder.
even harder. So does she.
At least nobody's dying right now.
Can we just do top SOF or something? What do you mean top SOF? I honestly should use save states more. Honestly, they're really useful.
You're going to
Or
have
tool.
to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to
Top
blink.
stuff. Okay. But, yeah, no. I know it's a visual novel staple, but I barely played visual novels, so I honestly forgot to use them. Like, I had to be constantly reminded when I played, when I played Class of 09. I didn't stream this on the channel, I streamed mainly to my friends, but when I played Class of 09, I had to be constantly reminded of save states. Slay the princess.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand. but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
If you recall a few times, I've saved a few times but never once loaded them. Honestly, same. That's the other part of using save states. I just forget to use them.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity.
Kind of a good. Save states aren't even like inherently a visual novel thing. Like Half-Life. Like I'm thinking about like stuff like Half-Life or Fallout. Those also have like a bunch of save. Those also have save states, but you kind of just already have to use them because I don't know. You're loading it. I don't know, man. But a point stands. On the bright side, I think you've got it. I think this is.
You shouldn't have.
We're
let
close,
that fear
but we're not
creep into
quite
your
there yet. I
heart.
feel like.
You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright, let's actually experience the tower this time.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that
I
way.
really should stop clicking these.
You know I can hear you.
What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Imagine you could bring like different voices into like the different areas. Like you just had a voice that are broken against the. I know that's like the place where voices are paranoid, but like during the nightmare princess, right? Just have the voice of the broken bear. It would be really funny.
She's not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Then again, I guess that's a bad example, huh? Like, if voice of the paranoid was what was keeping us alive when our lungs and nerves just collapsed. So let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning. Before you go, she will lie.
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
That guy from last stream. That from the last Slave or Princess stream. They were very into dominatrix type characters, right? This makes me a bit sad that he wasn't here to see it.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Yeah.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
I think the hero needs to be more accepting of people with bad mental states. It's not how they get better. You don't criticize them if you're doing badly.
I agree.
Or
if
bad,
she's
bad,
wrongfully
or
imprisoned, then we should
not
rescue
bad,
her.
bad.
But
Sometimes
if he's telling the
sometimes
truth, we shouldn't
you
just
need a bit of
hand her the
criticism, but
world
still.
on a silver platter.
Calling them annoying isn't really productive.
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Is he just gonna sit in the corner the entire run? I feel like he is.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
It's wow, okay. You really have to work for that blade, don't you? Can I just say it? It's bigger on the inside.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
My entire understanding of Listian geometry has been shattered. Sorry, I saw a clip of that online. I know we're not at that part yet.
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Let's take the blade this time. It's also a massive... We could approach him. We could talk about the mirror, sure.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
You sure?
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway.
Why is he?
I'm sure that
Why
if
is
we
he
looked
most
in there,
depressed and most
we'd
verbose?
just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Hey, give me insight. So, have you heard of a hit TV show, Doctor? Okay. Sorry.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
Let's remain
I
silent.
care about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else could he be hiding from us?
I'm not lying to you, I promise. There isn't a mirror. Really.
What if he is lying to us, given that the mirror is kind of linked to his existence? Let's just take the blade this time.
You
Why
take
not?
the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh, okay.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Yeah.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Let's continue down.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
How did she get chained up if she's that massive? Let's be real here. I think that's... Like, how do you lose?
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
You understand the amount of materials that go into capturing this sort of person anyway? Like, do you see how large that chain is? God. I don't know what... I can't imagine how important... how important was it that she needed to be locked up? Like...
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again.
even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
We tighten our grip. Let's act defiant. Why not?
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
Oh.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us?
It seems so.
I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
I wonder how your first go of this route will go. Try curious.
Oh, I
I'm
understand
curious
what's
as well.
going on, and
I wanna
you'd
see what's
better
up.
Snap yourself out of it.
The Broken is, I think, taking the reins here. I think he's like subconsciously more powerful than anybody in any voices. That's my headcanon.
Kneel. Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs
Oh, okay.
buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we
You
talk?
can't even face her properly. God. Like if I have to put the cursor down if I want the parallax to take effect.
You couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence
Of course,
to
we're
our
now standing off in
conversation
the
woods.
distance.
Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
We can remain silent. We can be defiant. Let's just be constantly defiant.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen? You're less broken than I thought. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
What needle?
Do it. It's what she wants.
What needle though?
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade.
Wait, she's gonna make us stab her?
As your eye
Stab
falls
ourselves?
on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh, that's interesting. Just so many things we want to say. Yet we are
You reach
silenced.
forward and grasp the blade.
You consider your knife so slowly that the knife is but a needle. Ah.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Are you down to play Simon Says?
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
I hate you. I hate you so much. All of you. Stop making me do these things. I'm going to kneel here forever.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What?
Are you that surprised? Like,
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
there's only one option here. Oh no.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
No. You don't have to do this.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
We can't resist. We have to. be defiant here. Defiance is key. Another live playthrough of Slated Princess. What a surprise. Hello, welcome to stream.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're not gonna.
Don't! As you take another step forward,
Oh, okay.
the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Is she like a siren or something?
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
Yeah, I feel like there has. I don't know.
It's what she wants. You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs.
Oh.
But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece. At least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
It's telling me to push forward, and so we must.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
Oh. What's changing this time?
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
I guess so. Huh.
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
No.
There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her.
Okay.
It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Why not? We don't have the willpower to resist. But I mean, we can resist, but we can still do this, I guess. Okay, you know what?
No. Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees.
Is this just... Oh my goodness. Are we David?
But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
We can do this, can't we?
You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Wait, did she already... Is it broken just already like a servant? What is this? In fact, chapter 3 you're about to go to was in the original... What do you mean chapter 3?
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You
heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow,
God.
The princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
Oh.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
He stabbed her and took a stabbing.
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Oh wait, I thought you went to the other chapters before. I'm sorry, you spoiled a surprise. I did actually go to 2 other chapter 3s. I didn't know this was the route to another chapter 3 though. So that's on
Aside
me.
from the pain, I feel fine.
God killer.
To the floor.
Slayer
Her
better.
glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear as the two of you perish together.
The fall of the
I
Goliath.
suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
I mean,
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something. I guess.
could have like
Regardless of how
lived
you
through that
feel
though.
about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ooh. Let's see. Hey newbie. Dare I missed it for last Blocktail stream? I did actually notice that, but that was so long ago actually. Chapter 3. The Fury. That's another chapter 3 in the books.
You're on a path in the woods. At the end of the path. Okay, what the hell is that?
Oh god. Oh no. I feel like I'm meant to feel bad for this, but like Hey Dropshot, did you reach chapter 3 in Blocktails yet? I actually did. I actually did. I think I made it inside the manor and then just went haha no. Haha, I'm gonna end stream there. I think that's what happened in that stream. So yeah. But what is but should we let him mourn or something? What do we do here?
I think he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Exactly.
Oh, Stubborn's back.
Heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was and ever will be.
Is that what the...
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions.
You know how to song and dance. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's go.
great, you're listening. You're on a path, and at the end of that path is a...
If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath.
We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
I wouldn't feel bad for Broken, at least for this. Yeah. No, that's fair. I honestly think that's fair. It's just... I don't know. I just feel automatically... Maybe I'm just a sucker for this. For people who act like that. I don't know why.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
But on the other hand, that's mainly for people who I can tell they're not lying. Yeah, it's just that emotion is just raw, I guess. He's like being pulled in 100. Better listen to me when time I didn't make a choice.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten a say in things.
You did.
What a crock of shit. Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
Yep.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
Don't worry, other routes make him so much better of a character. Well, one's added an extended or pristine cut. That makes sense.
We died! If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to her.
Whatever one sort of Broken to show up in, like from the films we played, since to be clear, we've been this one before. We've been, I guess, gotten to an end of a route before. What was it? It's the one where all the voices kind of just went together, and then it was the chapter 3 version of the Razor, I believe, like where we got killed over and over, and we kept getting more and more voices in there. The Broken was there like briefly, but I don't think that showed much character besides what we already knew. So yeah.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think we have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Thank you. That's sorely needed. We hit this point of no return, you mission. What happens?
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is there something after the end?
How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If there even is a there, it doesn't matter because we're going to win.
Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
Wait, we can just turn around and leave here? Nah, I don't think that ever really works out for us.
Good. We're all on the same page.
I feel like turning around and leaving. I don't know if that does anything. I could check the memories. It's just
It isn't long before you find
I
yourself
feel like this
at the
was a
end
little
of the
bit.
path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
That's it? No final words of advice?
I'd
you don't
rather
need it.
not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
no.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure leaving at most points here just says what had happened before when you didn't have power. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Turning around and leaving at any chapter 2 and 3 does something special. Not access to your route, but still something special. No, I'm aware. It's because I did it. I'm fully aware because I did it in 2 separate routes during a previous playthrough. It's part of the reason why I'm back of a tower. Because originally in my first playthrough, I was doing the tower. Then I decided to turn around and leave during the second act because I didn't really understand the gameplay loop. So yeah. Let's go into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
We even have the knife is still there. This on a fleshy stool or something.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Oh, I see. I wasn't here for the last stream, so I didn't know. Oh, don't worry about it. That's partially why I'm explaining this. Oh, hey Andrew. Welcome back to a very fleshy tower.
That's horrible. You did this.
I did, and you prevented it from being cleaner.
The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's take the blade first.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
He said that last time. Said what?
Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
You mentioned a mirror. Let's just approach it and see what happens. I feel we asked about the mirror too much.
And approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. Almost as if you don't see it. But you must, because it's right there in front of you.
Huh.
All we see is a damn...
I guess we're doing it anyway.
It's a bit grimy.
Why don't we wipe it clean?
Why don't we wipe it this time?
What cleaned the door?
I used the background here many times, yet it's one of the last images I ever saw. Oh, that makes sense.
The mirror. What are you talking about? You're standing in front of a door. Whatever non-door thing you think you're looking at, it isn't real, because if it were real, I'd know about it. But it has to be real. It's right there.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Okay, whose side are you on, realistically?
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it. Let's get violent already. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Smash it. That's new.
Bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
The blade is your implement. He says that every time. Yeah.
Why am I not surprised?
I don't know why I didn't read that before.
You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
Are we sure we're not playing Ultra Kill? You know, the part where we enter inside of a dude's mouth and... Are we sure about that? Where's our coin gun?
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains.
Some show
If the
back
princess
shit.
lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Hello, welcome back to the later gluttony. Did I even reach that during my Ultra Kill stream? I don't remember.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart?
It wasn't enough. We're back for more. I'm sorry for all the references you don't get. I'm just trying to figure a comparison. No, that's fair. I'm making references that you probably don't get either.
Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat. See how you've soured my once divine melody.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
Because...
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. And we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Oh, right. It was a gay boss fight. I was stuck there for like 71 minutes or something. Yeah, no, I don't remember.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying, and we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here. and it's why your task is so important.
He doesn't know anything. He really does not know
You
anything.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Oh my god. Also, why does she only have 3 toes? What the?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
I really need to get used to that. It's happened so many times, and I'm still not.
She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
So, the way I see it, every time the hero dies, or whoever we are, every time we die, does that leads to a different chapter?
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Wait, sorry, I'm going to end you, Slaver Princess. I feel like there's a moment of hesitation, and we could just... let's commit to it. We brought the knife down here for a reason.
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
Alright, round 2, let's go.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow. It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
What?
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that.
Well, that's cheating.
She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
But she just does that? I guess she had, like, does she have, like, psychic powers, or does she have control over flesh, or what? The original release, the route ended right there. Huh. Interesting.
You should all just be grateful she's decided to keep us alive. Even in her defilement, she is merciful.
We're not out for the count just yet.
You could just be... There's no time for it. Step forward, engage your enemy. I don't even want to engage you for that's just dumb. You are not allowed to do that.
Skin flayed and organs flattened, you charge towards the princess.
Heck of a description, alright.
She'll never stop us.
Still you defy your god! I've made the mistake of underestimating your resolve before! Never again!
You swing for her heart. What's left of you... explodes.
Okay, not surprising, but at the same time...
So that's it. It's over. Just like that.
Of course it's over. It's been over since the very first moment we laid eyes on her.
Is there like there's just a fly buzzing around, like we weren't even dead yet, come on.
This is the final note of your discordant melody. You will not return again, because you will live in that single tone forever.
No! It's not over! We're a god killer! We've returned from death itself twice!
Didn't you hear her? We're not dead.
What's the difference?
From many perspectives, there isn't one. But functionally, that is, from your perspective, the difference is massive. You are entirely laid bare, spread to each corner of the room. Yet you are wholly aware of the state you're in. Incapable of movement, but entirely capable of perception. In fact, perceiving your state is the only thing you can currently do. You are preserved, perfectly, in the amber of her torment.
I mean, you tried Why is your director raw flesh and frankly the entire flesh is on flesh and doesn't matter set? Oh no, that's fair actually.
We're more than this.
Forgot about that.
We've lost bodies before. We just have to lose this one and make another.
Yeah, but we're still attached to the how are we supposed to lose this one?
No, you're the one who makes things happen, so make it happen.
He's going to get worse. She gets worse every time we get to a new cabin.
Who said anything about getting to a new cabin? No, we make something new here.
It won't matter if you do. She'll just pull us apart again.
And preferably, we make something without him.
Dead this vessel for the next. Let's see what happens.
Absolutely not. I refuse to let you just decide to die with your task unfinished. If you die here, the world is doomed.
Yeah, well, it's happened before. It'll happen again. But you do die. There's a great release as you lose your grip on what's left of your flesh and blood. And yet you are still here.
You're right. Where the hell are you? Are you already at the Princess?
This place is different. Rotten. Death all around us. I want to go back.
So you've returned already, and I remain here. Is this our final destination?
The Princess tilts her head to look at you and with a gesture. You are unwound. Again? Already?
Clearly I left you with too much room last time. Perhaps this cell will hold you better.
Okay.
You know what to do. Again.
Oh, we're running it back. Again, you relinquish your body. And again, you find yourself here. But somewhere else.
Ronna, she's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Again.
You, guy who describes things, you better start saying what we do this time.
And what are you?
Attacking her, obviously.
Right. You charge towards the princess and...
There is no spark in you, only matter devoid of life.
you explode.
Again.
Where, if you let yourself go and you are living once more. If I had a nickel for every time we've had to die and run it back, I'd have 2 nickels for this stream. Great.
You're on a path. We are not on a fucking path. I have no idea where we are.
Well, it's extremely different how things went for me. Because all different, even one route can go. That's fair.
We're in the middle of a fight, so act like it.
So you are. Okay. You dive towards the princess and we're unwound. Yes, her head swivels creakily on her neck, fire in her eyes as your body unravels with blinding pain.
Oh.
No.
Again.
We run it back. We run it back. You have no body. You exist. You are reborn.
Your Honor,
No time. You narrate now.
yes, of course. Pristine blade grasped firmly in your hands, you fly towards the princess before she can turn to face you. You might actually do it this time.
I can feel that body of yours slicing through the air. How many more times will I have to scatter you?
As she turns towards you, the very essence
Oh,
of your
okay.
being begins to flake away. Your muscles, then organs, then nerves laid bare and screaming as the rest of you is stripped of substance.
Oh, boo-hoo. It's just a body.
We go again?
It just needs to last long enough to sink this blade into her heart.
It doesn't last. You are disintegrated. Everything goes dark.
Wait, what? But there is no you to die.
How many times do I need to pulverize you before you finally understand? You are nothing. An empty void that dared to dream it was alive.
A new plan, throw the knife. Slight problem, that we have 1 shot at that. We clearly still have a knife every time we respawn, so I say we just run it back. How many times can we?
Feels right.
Oh.
If we're nothing, then why are we still here?
We have like a little void hand as well. That's pretty. Was that like a?
As we always
Oh, it's like a.
have been.
It's a raven. It's a raven hand. It's a. Oh, we don't have a body, so the area just tapping for us.
If we're nothing, then how can we do anything?
The same way we always have. Being nothing has never stopped us. Now end this. End her.
You cannot win if you cannot be.
Oh, but I think we can. You mean you aren't a throwing knife expert? What? Force races towards the princess exposed heart. Threads of texture pulled from an all-encompassing nothing.
How? I scattered the atoms you clung to and there was nothing there to find. You can't exist.
The threads pierce her heart and cradle her spirit.
It's over.
Oh, I think I understand you now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do the things I did to you. I don't think I knew what I was doing.
She sounds genuine. They always do in the end.
It's cold, but I'm going to be okay, right?
I'm not so sure about that. Quantum Beak. Find means a triumph over an angel scorned. You do not get the chance to respond. Nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Let's get going. We have to. Approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. Let's proceed. You're at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Oh my goodness. I'm ready. We keep
I will long
going.
for your return,
Push forward.
but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Yep. Bring the fury to her. That was the fury.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So. Alright. So that means we have the fury, which is based off of... We have all of these things. That means all we have left for stage 2 is... But we haven't done this yet. We have to slay her without a moment's hesitation. Betray her before she can betray you. Moment's hesitation. No voice. I think I have an idea of how to get to this one. But let's, no hesitation. We silently continue the entire way through.
You make your way.
I mean, that's the only... That's what I'm thinking, right? It's giving me a little bit of puzzle solving here, just to figure out where how to get to...
Interior of the blade.
No, I do not. I guess if we're just not talking, we just kind of... Take the blade.
You take...
Enter the basement. Let's see how this goes, shall we?
The door to the basement creaks open.
Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
No hesitation.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
It's gonna be the last route of the night. Just letting you know, because you know we're close to 8 p.m.
And there you are. Are you
We can
going
give it a
to
shot.
kill me or something?
So you notice a fort.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Laser focus. We can do this, guys.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Laser focus. You slave or princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's
Oh,
hesitation.
this fear in her eyes.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course not. That was... What do I pick here? That was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Let's get out of here.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone.
I mean, yeah.
Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah. And we leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain
Again?
doom
Wait a
isn't
second.
what you
Oh,
find.
right.
Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago,
Oh,
the
interesting.
only
What?
thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I was wondering about, like, why everyone is happy, but now with the context of the ending and who the narrator is and what his goals were, this makes so much more sense. Everyone is happy, huh? Nobody changes. Nobody dies. Oh, okay, we can just accept it.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
You have... Of course we are. I like it here. Yeah, I like it here.
Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Yay!
to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
What? That's the point of no return. There's no going back now. You've already committed to my completion. There's no going astray. Wait, what is that? Oh, that is kind of creepy, honestly. What was that? That was what would have led to the cage, right? Somewhat. Interesting. Maybe I'm not happy. And maybe you're saying, I'm not saying that, just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out.
The only way out.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
And let's see what happens.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones.
Okay, she's actually
so the
just,
blade used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Oh, we're at the Spectre?
You're on a path in the woods.
Spectre? Is that
And at
different
the
from a
end of that
nightmare?
path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Wait,
If you don't, it
have
will
we
be
been
the
to
end
this one
of
before?
the
Have we
world.
been to this one before? Or but I killed myself.
I can assure you that you didn't. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her.
The voice
last
of a
time.
cold. We definitely
We'll
have
just do
not
it
been here
again.
before. All right, let's
Well,
run
if
it.
for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Let's go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
He's like the assassin of the party. I see it now. I mean, yeah.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
I mean, yeah.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
I don't think we grab. I'm not gonna grab a blade this time. See what happens. Let's just enter.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I do want to say this is a very new background. I don't think I've ever seen this one. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Oh, with the the rips of it. Rips of the was it a wallpaper? I want to call it a wallpaper. Maybe. And like honestly, this must like we have a railing for this one, which is actually I feel like the railing is newish. I don't know if we've had a basement with a railing before, but you know.
The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
I'm very optimistic. That's why I didn't bring the knife.
I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
He can't believe what he's reading.
Okay. She's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
She's dead. And we killed her. But she's,
Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
well, it's not meant to do anything physical. Well, I feel like contrast with like most of the other things where the ghost doesn't do anything to us physically. Be aware of voices. Psychologically is a very different story. I don't know.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
What do you mean grab her? What do you mean grab? Can we grab her? I kind of want to see how things play out.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe? Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
Oh. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Why there's oh my god, there's so many options. Okay, team, I've had idea spots. We could just leave her here. In the basement. I mean, we don't have really much for me to do with her. I'll get going. I can just leave her.
This isn't a solution. Nobody wins here.
You're...
Oh, she's upset, isn't she?
Yeah.
You're abandoning me here?
Yeah?
It would seem so, yes.
After everything you've done to me, you've chosen to do more?
I feel like...
The princess starts to float erratically from side to side, her cold exterior melting away.
But if I just leave
Oh my god.
then I'm really just going to be stuck here forever. Then there's nothing we can do. It's just going to go on and on and on and on, lonely and sad and hurting and empty.
Oh my god.
No, not that.
She's about to try something. Get ready.
I don't have a knife with me.
The princess passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs.
Oh.
Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like nothing at all.
I mean, what's stopping you from leaving? I guess...
You're doing the right thing. Why do I feel so sad?
Huh.
Don't let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that. Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
Oh my god.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
I'm aware of that.
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery anger.
Come on. Come on. Come on. You don't have to do this.
And I guess you've turned me into something worse.
Oh.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
It's a ghost.
And yet it didn't. We're fine.
I can step away. I think we commit to leaving.
You do your best to pull away, but it's as if her arm, embedded in your body, is rooting you in place.
What?
Leaving so soon.
Trying to, yeah.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it
What do you mean?
is. A horrific
Oh,
splintering,
okay.
the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
Yeah, how about that?
She's real now. Pity we don't have a weapon. Your last moments are spent a helpless witness as she rips her hand from your chest.
The worst fate to suffer than a broken heart.
In her clenched fist.
But that's ours.
Yeah, it was
See
ours.
you soon, killer.
She crushes it, blood and ruined vascular tissue leaking from between her fingers, dribbling unceremoniously to the floor. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, that's, the Wraith. She really did not like us trying to leave.
You're on a path in the wood.
Okay, I've learned my lesson.
This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yes, so it does. No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be.
Let's be nice to her.
Does there have to be a way out? For all
I
we
think we
know,
have to
this
be
is
nice
just
to
how
her.
Things are. No, I can't accept that. I know she just killed us, but what if we free her? What if we help her leave? We haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, no, we haven't. I'm down for that.
That does sound like it could be interesting. Or at least different. I don't think we can stop her if that's what she wants to do. She ripped our heart out. Who's to say she can't go ahead and steal our body and make us do whatever she wants? Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world.
I mean, to be fair, you also do pose a threat, narrator.
Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and everyone ends with it. Yourself included.
Yeah.
Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of anything? We've already died twice. Doesn't mean much to us anymore. All death has done is shunt us back to these woods where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again.
Dakota's just so tired of him. I like how by the time you reach the first stage, it's like all the voices, like at least one voice just gets so pissed at the narrator. It's funny.
This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore.
Definitely isn't.
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence? I really should have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
We already tried that. We haven't tried. I just don't want to leave. Let's see.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so
I mean,
forever.
definitely isn't, but like,
Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up.
there are threads there. Let's proceed.
You continue down the path towards the cabin.
What does it look like now?
It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination.
Actually normal.
I don't think you
somewhat.
need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing, something that would make everything make sense. Maybe letting her out really is the answer.
I really think.
Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care.
You haven't carried the previous routes. Let's go.
Sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up? Okay, yeah.
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue.
That's funny. God, this is stressing me the hell out. I think this is what an interesting game. This is a... Honestly, there's so much to do in this game. There's so much stuff that I don't think I'll have time to stream, but like... God, I'm loving it.
Would you look at that? We won.
We did it.
Take it however you will.
Let's go. Enter the cabin. What happens this
interior
time
of
for
the
Rafe?
cabin is long and dark. A single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance.
Oh, we don't have a knife.
Curtains
Okay.
billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward.
I just realized.
Fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade.
There's
Why
no
isn't there a
knife.
pristine blade?
We can't stab her like this.
What do you mean there isn't a mirror? There's a mirror, plain as day at the end of the hall. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
It doesn't.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
I mean...
Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting.
I mean, I didn't notice. Pretty...
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. This is it.
Wipe it clean.
The mirror's going to go away, and she's going to startle us. We better brace ourselves.
Alright, jump scare everybody.
Reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Ah.
Oh, that was a close one. All that stress.
Paranoid. You're
made up
gonna
for
jinx
nothing.
it. She's gonna come now.
What you looking at, killer?
There it is.
Staring into the void, thinking about what it'd be like to die again. I know exactly how you feel.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid.
Oh.
Your heart skips a beat. Standing in
Oh
muted shock
no.
For one long, frozen moment. And then it, she, the princess, constricts.
Let's go.
Your bones
Oh.
snap.
Great, she's gotten more powerful.
Icy
Okay.
pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear.
Oh, that's
crowded with
good.
Far too many long and crooked teeth.
A little bit of parallax, actually. I'll keep my eye out for it because I got pointed out last stream. It's so good.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. But you decided it would be best to try and bury me all over again.
Oh, that's...
You're not getting another chance to mess this up.
I mean, yeah.
So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
Wait, wasn't that the original plan? Wait, wasn't your plan to just bring her outside anyway?
And
Oh,
you,
Christ.
You get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She clearly hates us. And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out.
Yeah, it is a way out. Honestly, realistically, it's a way out. We just take this.
Yeah, but not like this. She's going to make it hurt.
Okay, let's say if we refuse her, like, at this point in time. Do you really think there's an alternate? Do you really think, like, if we refuse her again, it's gonna hurt less? Let's be real.
Then turn off the part of you that feels things.
Is that your job?
Oh, like it's that easy? It is.
Pain is just another
sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain.
That's interesting.
Except that pain hurts. Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition. Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad? You need to explain to yourself
Why it isn't. Okay, yeah, that's a choice. Oh my god. I'm a victim of... That's fine, I actually came to... Give me to free you.
Great. See you in a jiffy.
Cool.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
Oh wow. Oh my god.
Her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
No way. It's unnerving. Oh, jeez.
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head?
Why would he do that? No, that's not the goal here.
And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
Yeah.
Not like this.
Really not like this.
So I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too.
Yeah.
Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Do a chant. Do a chant.
What am I talking about? This isn't fine. It was better when she was a normal ghost.
He squandered that.
It is
completely.
Fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences have no real impact on us outside of momentary discomfort. I'm sure we'll be moving on again soon enough.
God knows it's a video game. It's confirmed.
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
The soul? Okay.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Oh!
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. I'd beg you to resist, but you've already surrendered your will to her, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the intended
You're the
solution.
puppet master here. If this is the only way we could cut ourselves free from you, so be it. It's a new experience.
You should try being possessed sometime.
There's nothing else like it.
That'd be interesting out-of-body experience.
Your body inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly, as if they're fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world.
Was she just mainly moving the bones? God. I don't think she's an animator. I don't think she'll be able to get that right.
But despite the anguish, it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away.
The world is not obeying her.
It doesn't matter how long this hallway is. I will drag this body through a case of meat and feathers. I will be free.
Please, just let her out.
Yes. Let
Oh, she can hear us now. Okay. Can't hear me. Ha ha ha.
I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met. No, screw that. The hallway gets...
Oh, come on.
You have described me into submission. The door is right there.
It really is,
Yep.
isn't it?
I love it when the other characters get the reality bending abilities. It's funny.
I walk to it. I place your bloody hand on the door. I make you twist the handle.
Isn't saying all of this his job?
He is gone.
Oh, he just deleted her. She just deleted him. Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, thank God.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? I had a feeling you could deal with him for us.
I did nothing. He dealt with himself.
What do you mean by that?
This is it then. The big moment. Finally, we'll get to see what's really out there.
The handle clicks as we push forward. The air is different here.
Oh, right, because remove the narrator, so as the world doesn't... Yeah. When taken against your will, witness your enemy's freedom. The passenger. But as you step outside the bounds of a cabin, you feel another violent tear, a rending that cuts all the way down into your soul. You are once again separated from everything that had nestled in the deep crevices of your body, and everything that isn't you.
We're us again. How interesting.
Huh.
Everything is gone. Except her.
What? What is happening to me?
And the hands take her away. If you don't answer her before she's gone, memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust
It
me.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's calling us. And not in a good way. You don't need to comfort them.
I've seen the other side.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Can we trust you?
Maybe.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, sure. Let's approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. You gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. You're gone once again. The mirror always makes him leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Let's get going. You're at the cabin. You approach. Ah, I forgot to ask what about
I
the...
am a growing
Right,
chorus
sorry.
of contradiction.
Keep forgetting.
A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Let's see. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart.
I really should have clicked this option when I was able to get a chance.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
You're not actually saying anything?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say.
I think I did actually ask
If you
this.
do not
I
like my
remember. I slightly
answers,
remember this
then
response.
you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What do you want me to bring next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose.
I feel like we
There
can
are no
pick something
wrong
interesting,
answers,
like a whole
And
combination.
every perspective illuminates
Actually,
the shadows. And
come to
tells you
think
new
of it,
secrets.
am I crazy? But throughout this run, it feels like we've done a bunch of the chapter 3 stuff, right? A lot of it, like a lot of chapter 3 stuff. Like I think all of them are chapter 3 related stuff, related entities, or I don't know. I do need check actually, but I want to go forever if I have to.
If you need time, then I will wait with you.
There's no waiting forever. Let's actually let me. Before I do that, I want to check the memories real quick because we actually have. No, we haven't. Wraith, Fury. No, we did. No, we left a stranger. So that we're not doing all chapter 3 then. Okay. I'm crazy, man. I'm crazy. Don't worry about it. Ready to go back, I guess.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark. You die. Bring the Wraith to her. So, like I said.
On a path in the woods.
Oh, shut up.
And at the end of that path.
Oh, shut up. I'm gonna call it here. I think we've done enough for this game. I think we're done. I think we still got more to do. Like, there's so much stuff that I want to, like, get. Like, at the very least, I want to I know Connor was talking about this in chat, but I at least want to make it, I at least want to get all of these guys. So I still need to do both of these, which I'm still going to figure out, and also start working getting some of the chapter 3 stuff next stream. But next time we do this anyway, because we're not going to be doing this stream because, you know, I like this game, but not enough to do it consecutively. I don't know, I'm not as like pulled into it. I'm not as pulled into this. But yeah. We're like half an hour. We're like half an hour over anyway. I guess that's just what happens, right? Yeah. Well, that closes the game, doesn't it? That closes the game. Yeah, that just closed the game. Anyway, I'm gonna switch it back up to the turtle thing. Yeah. So I think that's gonna be it for today's stream. Remember, I stream every day at 5 p.m. Every other day at 5 p.m. PST. So I don't know. I'm thinking about doing Snakebird next. To go back onto the puzzles. Go back on the puzzle solving grind and hopefully we don't get stuck on a level like constantly. I remember we left off on a level that we got stuck on, so I'm gonna have to, yeah. It's going to maybe I should spend some time practicing that. I don't know. 3.5 hour stream? Yeah. No, that's how long the stream was. Anyway. Anyway, yeah. Next time we're gonna be streaming is gonna be on a Monday, I'm pretty sure, so. It's either out on Minecraft, actually. I need to go back. I want to do a stream on the SMP. I'm just not sure. I'm just not entirely sure what I want to. So it's either Snakebird or Minecraft. You'll figure it out. I'll go live with it when I decide. Well, when the time comes and I decide. But yeah. I don't. Otherwise, yeah. Unknown for now. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. And I guess I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good night.